This is an Evergreen Media Network production. And now, it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hi, welcome to On the Spot with EGM. Everybody in town and all over the Treasure Coast is very excited for the Vero Beach Air Show coming up. And Kim Prado is joining us today. Kim Prado is the Vero Beach Air Show Concession and Volunteer Coordinator. She's also the Secretary to the Board of Directors. Hi, Kim. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good. Very good. We're very excited for the Vero Beach Air Show. As you and I know, the Vero Beach Air Show is 100% volunteer run. And, I mean, we couldn't get it off the ground without the volunteers, and that's why you're here to talk to us today about the Vero Beach Air Show volunteers. So, Kim, what goes into organizing all these volunteers that you have to organize?
Well, let me start off by saying a lot of man hours.
Yeah.
It is 18 months of planning. We do have to start very, very early in the year prior to the show. But I have to say I can't do it by myself. I do have a fantastic, awesome, the best committee ever. And that consists of Jim Romanak, Doug Clock, Michelle Dion, who we actually call Superwoman, and Doug Clock Jr., and then Jennifer Bailey, who is the newest one to our team. So I think communication, organization, and starting the hunt early is the key. And then, like I said, lots and lots of man hours.
So how many volunteers does it take to run the Vero Beach Air Show?
Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad you asked that, because that is something that I am so proud of. For the concessionaires, and we'll talk a little bit more about what the difference between the two later on, but the concessionaires, we're looking at about 630 people throughout the course of the show. And then volunteers, our great Michelle Dion, who takes the lead on finding these people. Our last show, she ran just a little over 700 for that throughout the weekend. So you're looking at about 12 to 1,300 people.
Wow, 12 to 1,300 people that you have to organize, and they're all volunteers.
Yes.
Man, that's got to be difficult.
Yes, we pull our hair out a few times here and there, but it's just also worth it. And when you have, a great person like Michelle, that these people, they come back to her because they like how they're treated, they like how the organization goes smoothly. So that's a huge contribute to her.
That's terrific. So how do you find that many people? Just some of them come back, and
Yes.
some of them you have to go and find, right?
Yes, and I just want to say something. The first couple air shows that we were running maybe 200-300 volunteers, and to take it up to that number, that says a lot in how the board treats the volunteers, how we run our organization. Blue Angels love coming here because of all of that. And most of our volunteers are returned volunteers, and then they bring people with them.
Oh, that's great.
The other thing that we did new this year is the board of directors and, of course, my committee. We're attending as many events as we can, and we're handing out save-the-date cards. We're handing out volunteer cards to get that message out there.
Oh, that's great. And is that how you find the concession workers, too? Because the concession workers are also volunteer, right?
So, really interesting story with the concession workers. The concession workers are all nonprofit organizations. So what they do is they actually find us at this point because we've got that reputation out there for what we do. But they bring their group in. They get 10% of the gross sales out of that booth, and we make the check cut right directly to their nonprofit organization. And then it also gives them the opportunity to share what their organization does, with people coming up to their booths and purchasing food items.
Oh, very good, very good. And so how many nonprofits are going to participate in this year's show?
So we have 33 booths, and out of 33 booths, we have 18 volunteer groups, nonprofit groups. Some of them have 2 or 3 booths, like our Civil Air Patrol. They're coming in huge numbers this show to help us out, but they have 2 or 3 booths. We have Next Gen, 2 or 3 booths. So some of them have multiple booths because they'll find the people to get it there.
All right, awesome. And so if somebody's sitting at home right now, they're listening, they're watching, and they want to be a volunteer, what are some of the opportunities for volunteers this year?
Okay, so right now we're on a hunt for ticketing, people, reserve seating people, and then also set up before the show, set up after the show, lots of logistic type of volunteer opportunities. And the nice thing with that is they could come out, 2-3 days before the show, or they can work during the show, after the show. So it gives them multiple opportunities. If they have something planned the weekend of the show, they can help us in other ways.
Oh, okay, cool. So it sounds like it's a little bit flexible. The
Absolutely.
hours.
Absolutely.
All right. And so how do people become a volunteer then? How do they reach out to you?
Oh, we made it so easy for everybody.
All right.
They have to just go to verobeachairshow.com, the website.
All right.
And there's 2 drop downs. There's a volunteer drop down and there's a concession drop down. Just fill in your information. It automatically will come back to me if it's on concession side, and it'll come back to Michelle Dion if it's on the volunteer side.
All right, very good. Adults and young people are very excited for the Vero Beach Air Show, May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. How can the youth benefit from being involved in the show?
Well, let me just share this with you. Youth is very near and dear to my heart, along with military as well. But what better way to introduce giving back to the community to our youth than getting them involved? It is addicting. So all it takes is one time, because it makes them feel really good. They feel fulfilled. And then the next thing you know, now you have this youth generation growing up, and they're giving back to the community.
Very good. And you've seen, Kim, you've told me you've been involved with the Vero Beach Air Show since 2013. So you've seen some moments here and there. What would you say is the best moment during and after the show that you've seen?
Oh, I got to tell you, the best moment before the show is when you see all the people in place. All the concessionaires are in their place. All the volunteers are there. All the performers have landed safely. The Blue Angels have arrived safely. And then after the show, there's no better feeling than when those Blue Angels are all lined up and they're ready to take off. It is just so overwhelming, because then okay, job well done.
Yeah, and as an organizer, I'm sure the organization of all these things, just seeing the fruit of your labor come together is really special.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very good. Now, we kind of talked about how someone could sign up. Can you go over that again a little bit for us, please?
Sure. They're going to go to verobeachairshow.com.
All right.
And then in the top right-hand corner of that website, there's a volunteer drop-down and a concession drop-down registration. All they have to do is fill it out. It's very easy, and submit it, and it will come back directly to either Michelle Dion or myself, Kim Prado.
Okay, very good. And is there maybe, if you don't have the internet, is there a phone number you can call?
Absolutely. I'm at PNC Bank in Sebastian on US 1. You can always give me a call. I'll get you a hand registration form. Michelle Dion is at Northern Trust on Beachland Boulevard, and you can always reach out to her through there, and we'll get you the forms that you need.
All right. VeroBeachAirShow.com. That's where you go to volunteer. And if you're interested in tickets, they are available at VeroAirShow.com. That's Friday night, May 3rd, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th. All right, Kim Prado, the Vero Beach Air Show Concession and Volunteer Coordinator, also Secretary to the Board of Directors. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing here? We've got about a minute left, Kim.
Oh, yes. I would just like to say, it's such an overwhelming feeling to see the community come together and participate in such big numbers with such a great event. I don't know of any event that has that many volunteers from the community that get involved, and we need you. This is money that we give back to the community because we are a 501c3 nonprofit. So it's money that we give all out. And so we're just helping you help everybody else. So please get involved. We need you.
We need you, absolutely. There's thousands of people that we need here. So get on board. Volunteer, VeroBeachAirShow.com. All right, Kim Prado, the Vero Beach Air Show, where you look forward to going and seeing the Blue Angels and seeing all the airplanes and all the excitement May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching to the Evergreen Media Network. Until next time, take care.